2K just dropped their NBA 2K22 Mycareer and Park blog. They dropped a ton of info along with the trailer. We're gonna break down everything current gen, everything next gen, the new matchmaking modes, where everything is on the different decks in current gen. We have a lot of info, so let's get right into it. I appreciate if you guys like this video and sub up, because we're gonna be having a lot of lit NBA 2K22 info. Yo, what's up guys? It is PowerDF back with another video. Now, the first thing I want to go over is the new matchmaking buildings in next gen. They say one of our most requested features over the past few years has been matchmaking. We still love hooping on affiliation courts and holding them down, but for those of you who want a matchmaking experience, we've got you covered with the introduction of 4 new 24/7 matchmaking modes that take place in locations throughout the city. So, I don't know, I'm kind of mixed bag on these modes. Some of them are good and some of them just seem like terrible. 3v3 player versus player, no squads allowed. Want to hop in a game with having to deal with a super team that's been playing together for years? This is the mode for you. Randoms only, randoms unite. So this seems like kind of for people who don't have teammates. You can hop in here, you don't have to deal with sweats, and you can kind of just play with like new people, but there's no squads or anything. Second is 3v3 player versus AI. Team up with other my players, squads allowed to take on a wide array of famous ballers, starting with our cover stars, Dirk, Kareem, and KD. Think you've got to take what it takes to defeat these legends? Hop in this mode and find out. And oh yeah, the player pool will grow and change every season, so you'll always have a new batch of NBA legends to test your skills against. Like, that kind of seems bad. Because are you telling me that people can rep up playing completely against AIs? You know what I mean? So that's gonna have a 24/7 matchmaking when you play AI. So that kind of, it sounds like Core Conquer, but it sounds like all the time. So that could be very negative depending on how it goes. Then you have 3v3 player versus player cage matches. Trampolines and basketball go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now you can get into a cage quickly and take on all comers. Feel like running with a squad, you can do that here too. I mean, I'm just not gonna play cages, but I guess if some people like cages, I guess that could be cool. Now this is the coolest matchmaking feature. It says 1v1 player versus player. Sometimes you need to settle things the old-fashioned way, a 1v1, a one-on-one duel. This matchmaking mode allows you to get in 1v1 games quicker than ever. So that's really cool. That's kind of like the 1v1 court people always wanted, but it's kind of like instant matchmaking 1v1. So I do like that one. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys is we actually have some videos of what the current gen park is going to look like. So we have the current gen lobby, which is the ship is constructed with 5 tiers starting in the lobby on deck 4. The moment you board, the cruise will make you feel as if you're actually on vacation, ready to indulge in some festivities. To help you get situated, Heather will assist you with navigating the ship, offering tutorials to help you accommodate your stay. She's one of many NPCs that will assign you quests during your voyage. Now for current gen, there's also the My Courts. It says, when you're ready to settle in, take the elevator to deck 8 where you'll find your My Court, pro-am games and team practice facility. My Court is essentially your home base and you can choose to customize it however you want. Whether that entails plastering a colorful mural on the walls, reimagining the decor, or changing out the scoreboard. The choice is yours. Competition is around every corner on the cruise, and some of the best competition will take place in the engine room. Pro-am 3v3 games will be accessible to you, but only if you join a pro-am squad in the My Court. Now rewards. As you work your way through the ship, you'll find Ante-Up, the game room, restaurants, daily pick'em, and the daily spin on deck 14. We've got so many rewards to share with you guys this year, and we're excited to see what you earn. On top of the daily rewards, the restaurants will do more than just serve fine dining. They'll also give out gifts and boosts a couple times per season, which you won't want to miss. So just to go through the game modes also in current gen, they have resting above deck 14 is deck 15, which features 2v2s, 3v3s, and the Gatorade training facility, which has everything you need to keep your condition at an elite level, plus some breathtaking views. Once you finally reach deck 16, you'll find numerous courts waiting to host 3v3 games and even a new 5v5 court with park rules. Surrounded by a lazy river properly titled the Moat. You'll be able to easily identify which NPCs offer side quests because they have a exclamation mark floating above their head. So they're gonna add like a lot of quests both on both generations. In addition, the top deck features a reality show called the Goat Boat, and you can interact with the members to receive more challenges. So this sounds really lit. They have a lot of new modes. They have a 5v5 court, they have 2v2, they have 3v3, they have multiple decks, they have a My Court. It seems like they added a lot of new stuff, honestly. So also season excursions. Lastly, to avoid getting cabin feeder, the crews will dock at Mycareer locations this year. Seasons will serve as the gateway for exciting new incursions, taking you to tropical and recognizable locals each season. The launch of each season will lead to more fresh content, new rewards, unique events for you to engage with. There's so much to do on and off the cruise, bolstered by thrilling new events. Without giving too much away, keep an eye on the horizon this year for some things you have to see to believe. Wow. Okay, now guys, to transfer it back over to Next Gen, the city, and what they have added, they talk about seasons and Next Gen. They say on top of everything else discussed, we're introducing the concept of seasons, the Mycareer in the city, meaning you'll have fresh content to look forward to every 6 weeks. So basically the same thing on current gen Next Gen with the seasons. New side requests, new apparel, and much, much more. To learn more about how seasons will keep NBA 2K22 fresh throughout the year, see our just released seasons pre-launch core side report. So we've already seen that. We've given you a lot to chew on when it comes to all the enhancement we've made to career, so we don't want to gloss over what we've done to keep the city itself fresh. So let's get to it. So they also go into the all new city. The first thing you'll notice when you enter this year's city is how real it looks. Our art team did an incredible job making everything from bricks to fire, the windows looking a lot more lived in. There's dirt, there's scuffs, there's aging. It's exactly what you expect them to see. So basically what they're just saying here, they made the city look more like real life lookish. They said new locations. Part of bringing the city to life is adding new locations. We touched on this above, but everyone you interact with in 2K22 now has a place in the city. And you'll find yourself seeking out underground rappers, baristas, rap reporters, former My Players, NBA stars, and more. There might even be a couple of newcomers throughout the year thanks to seasons. Keep your eyes peeled for the newest additions to the city. You'll never know who you'll meet. You'll also know that new locations of returning favorites are now teaming with life. Visit Percolata and observe everyone enjoying coffee and a conversation. Take a stroll through the farmer's market and see all the people vying for the best produce in the city. The goal here is to make the city feel real and lived in, and we think you'll be happy with the results. Now, they also talk about season XP. They say, we touched on seasons in the Mycareer section, but they're also being added to the city at large. And there are some big changes here. In prior editions of NBA 2K, Park and City players have had one big grind from Rookie to Legend. But this year, there will be a new way to mark every season, from level 1 to level 40, with fun new rewards at every level along the way. Does that mean you'll lose all the cool stuff you've earned with a new season rolls around? Absolutely not. So that confirms all the rewards will transfer from season to season. Everything you've earned from previous seasons carries over to future seasons. The real benefit to moving towards seasonal XP is that it keeps each season fresh and allows you to achieve satisfying progress quicker than ever before. Every 6 weeks, there will be a new pool of rewards like player panels, green indicators, clothing drops, jump shot releases, and more. Go get to level 40 and you'll earn the big reward for that season. Level up to 40 and 4 seasons, doesn't have to be in a row, so you don't have to do it in a row, and you'll become a legend. We obviously can't give away what legends will earn, but we can already tell you the legend reward will be as fun as ever. So there's a special reward for legend in the season XP, so that sounds like really exciting. They said city spruce up. So they said in addition to refreshing new rewards, seasons will also refresh in the look and feel of the city. There will be new court floors, new murals, and of course seasonal changes. Every 6 weeks, the season will change in ways both profound and subtle, just like a real life season. And hey, start preparing yourself for the city slam. What's that you say? In time. So apparently the seasons are also going to change how the city looks. So they have seasonal quests, so special quests for the season. They're going to have a race of the week. This is going to be one of a side quest, and basically whoever wins the race of the week will win 1 million VC. 1 million, that's actually a lot. You'll use one of the vehicles available to you, skateboard, BMX, bike, to compete as quickly as you can. So there's like a whole course. So pretty cool. But it says this isn't a winner take all though. Those who don't finish first will get fun rewards like MVP points, VC, and XP. Start your engines or your feet. Okay, so we went over the matchmaking. One thing with affiliations, they say the city wouldn't be the city without affiliations. And we're delighted to announce they're back and better than ever, with each affiliation occupying its own unique borough in the city. We've also made a tweak to the XP system, giving you a 20% XP boost for playing games on your home court. I still don't know how I feel about that, bro. I feel like there shouldn't be any boosts for any of the courts, because I feel like that's still going to result in people just only playing in their affiliation, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Events. A big part of playing in the city is events. And that hasn't changed in 2K22. We're bringing back some of your favorites. We're adding new and exciting events to keep things fresh. One of the biggest events coming to Season 1 in 2K22 is the Chips Ahoy. weekend challenge when the winning baller takes home 1 million VC. So they have a lot of events to give a 1 million VC. We don't want to give away too much here either, but we think you'll enjoy what you got in store for you. And of course, events will update with each new season. So ton of new events for all the seasons. They said they brought back Gatorade private courts. So with the addition of Gatorade rental courts last year, we allowed players to work on a game solo or play pickup with other players of their choice. However, the courts weren't always available, and some players didn't love having to spend VC on rental time. So this year, we've eliminated the VC charge completely and added the ability to hop on a Gatorade private court whenever you feel like it. A small change maybe, but one that we think will improve your quality of life in the city. So basically, you don't have to rent them anymore. You can just get a private court whenever you want in Gatorade. So that's a nice new feature that they changed. And last but not least, I want to go into the MVP of the city they say they added. So they said everything you do in the city, and we mean everything, earns you MVP points. NBA and city games, interviews, side requests, and runaway walks. Yes, runaway walks, among other things, all bring you one step closer to becoming MVP of the city, the ultimate goal for any 2K baller. MVPs of the city unlock a penthouse apartment, quick access to affiliation courts, and more. No matter if you're a city player, NBA enthusiast, or somewhere in between, you can become an MVP of the city just by playing the game you like, the way you like to play it. So basically, I think this is separate from like XP. Basically, you can become an MVP just by playing Mycareer or doing anything in the game. Okay, we're also, there's a lot of Mycareer features and stuff that they have added, but I'm not gonna touch too much on that. What I am going to touch on to the quest system. So they said, as we touched on earlier, the new structure exists with the help of our all-new quest system. Players in the open world RPGs will be familiar with the type of vibe we're going for. You're just not taken from cutscene to cutscene. Instead, you choose who you talk to when triggering a ton of unique interactions. So it sounded like they kind of made like the cutscenes in the city somehow like combined. So they have music and fashion. They said basically the whole thing where if you ever wanted to lay down a track in a professional recording studio, they have a lot of scenes where they have music and fashion storylines that are not just about Mycareer and 2K in the game. So that's going to conclude basically most of the stuff. Last thing, they have a little conclusion, closing remarks. They say, we're here at Visual Concepts. Couldn't be more excited to see my players from around the world unleashed on our all-new city and nautical neighborhood. Whether you're a new gen player or a current gen player, we're giving everyone more to do and more to see. And there's a lot of new stuff. Bayon, current gen and Neston, they both sound really lit. Exploring these new worlds will bring new challenges, thrills, modes, decide to get the most out of your experience. We come a long way from the park, and we're thrilled with how much we're evolved and where we're heading. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like current gen? What do you guys like Neston? Do you guys like what they're doing with all this stuff? Do you guys dislike it? Let me know. And remember, if you haven't, like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and I am out.